Our next speaker is the Executive Vice President of the Kapisanan ng mga Brodkasters ng Pilipinas from January 2018 to present for 9 years. For 4 years and 9 months, sorry. Our speaker started as the Secretary of KBP Quezon-Lucena chapter for 2 years. 2 years as its Vice Chairman and 2 years as Chairman. Appointed as one of the directors of the Kapisanan ng mga Brodkaster ng Pilipinas Standards Authority and served for 9 years until 2014. Elected in 2015 as one of the directors of KBP Board of Trustees, KBP Vice President for Radio for 2017 to 2018. President and CEO Vanguard Radio Network from March 2015 to till present, 8 years and some months in the service. And the LO President Junior Chamber International Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Vice President of the Kapisanan ng Brodkasters ng Pilipinas, Mr. Noel C. Galvez.
Thank you very much. Mr. Youngjun Kim, Vice Chairman of United Press International, Dr. Nona Ricafort, President of Global Peace Women, Mr. Ingil Ra, good to see you again, Mr. Regional President, Global Peace Foundation Asia Pacific, honorable guests, fellow speakers, participants from the different sectors, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. When Secretary Sani Coloma asked for our undivided attention, it reminded me of the time when we had to wait for a TV program like it was a scheduled meeting, and that we should be there or else we would miss it. But now we have podcasts and videos on demand. I will not be surprised, Mr. Secretary, if some of us will be watching your speech on social media on our free time. Friends, today we gather in this session to explore the profound impact of social media and digital technology in promoting peace in simultaneous and real time. It is a momentous occasion as the interconnected world we live in has given us new tools to work towards a more harmonious and peaceful global community. Next slide, please. Let us begin by acknowledging the immense influence of social media and digital technology in shaping public perception, facilitating dialogue, and raising awareness about pressing issues. These tools have become integral in the pursuit of peace. Next slide, please. We must recognize the power of real-time information dissemination. Social media allows us to share information instantaneously, providing us with the ability to respond swiftly to emerging conflicts and crises and to spread messages of peace far and wide. Next slide, please. Yet, this digital age communication is not without its challenges. Previous slide. The spread of misinformation, cyberbullying, and digital divides are hurdles we must overcome in our quest for peace. We must remember that media shapes minds and media shapes lives. And now more than ever, the potential of digital media must be used for a greater purpose. Next slide, please. Collaboration and strategic partnerships are key. Governments, civil society, and the private sector must work together to harness the full potential of social media and technology to promote peace. Next slide, please. It is our responsibility to counterbalance negativity with positive narratives and initiatives, highlighting stories of individuals and communities working tirelessly for peace. Next slide. Education and empowerment are essential. We must ensure that digital citizens are well informed and possess the critical thinking skills needed to discern credible information from falsehoods. Our company, Vanguard Radio Network, has a free legal assistance program called Basta Batas, or All About News, or all about legal program, legal cases, which airs over the brands Big Sound FM, Big Radio, DZXO, and DWMG in Cabanatuan, Baguio, La Union, Kawayan, Tuguegarao, Oronta, Mindoro, and Tagbilaran, Bohol. But with the power of social media, we receive requests of help from different cities all over the country, and even in other countries where OFWs have legal questions. If you can click on the link, here's a sample clip of what we do. Can you click on the link, please? YouTube. No, you can click on the link. The one below, youtube.com/bastabatas. Can you click on that? It's okay if you can. Anyway, we are using social media in addition to our core medium to educate the listeners and viewers about their rights so that they can become better citizens. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide, please. Social media platforms should be harnessed for meaningful dialogues and fostering understanding among diverse groups, transcending geographical and cultural boundaries. Next, please. We cannot overlook ethical considerations and accountability in this digital landscape. It is our collective duty to uphold ethical standards and hold those who misuse technology accountable. We at the Kapisanan ng mga Brodkaster ng Pilipinas, or the Association of Broadcasters of the Philippines, uphold the Broadcast Code of the Philippines. KBP is composed of more or less 1,000 radio and television stations nationwide. We are discussing within our association how social media content creators can join us and uphold the said code of ethics as we serve the country. Next, please. Innovation can be a catalyst for peace. We should explore new technologies and approaches that can further our peace-building efforts. Next. I am reminded by a TikTok post of Joe Bonifacio about a lesson on changing the world around us. He said, the beautiful national parks in the United States safeguard so much of their natural wonders. But what was more amazing is that some of them are works of restoration. They were already depleted or destroyed by irresponsible practices about 100 years ago, but have been brought back to pristine beauty. If we can only show that video clip, it would be nice. But you know what? If 100 years ago, it was not possible to see full-grown trees in those areas, it may be the same with peace right now. But if we unite, peace will be attainable no matter how long it may take. So in conclusion, we must heed the call to action. Let us unite in our commitment to leveraging social media and digital technology as forces for good, promoting peace in simultaneous and real time. Our efforts here today have the potential to leave a lasting legacy of a more peaceful and connected world. Thank you.
Our family's in California right now, and my wife and I took the boys on this train ride through the forest. That's one of our sons with one of my best friends who was able to join us. And when the train ride started, the conductor said, 100 years ago, there were no trees to be seen in this whole area. All of them had been chopped down, sold, and no one was taking care of replanting them. But people back then couldn't stand for that. And despite what had already happened, they said, we'll take responsibility, and we'll do our best to protect what is there, to plant new trees, and to chop them down sustainably. And that's why 100 years later, we could enjoy this train ride through this beautiful forest. I turned to my oldest son and I said, you know, it can be sad when we look at the problems in the world today, but what could we start working on now that 100 years from now, it'll look totally different because people today start working on it. It made me think that changing the world doesn't usually look dramatic, doesn't usually get a lot of attention. What it looks like is just taking responsibility, being obedient where you are, and being faithful.
Our friends, my friends, your work, our work, will not go in vain. Let us all work together to unleash the power of social media and digital technology to make the world a better place for all. Thank you very much.
Once again, the Executive Vice President, Kapisanan ng Brodkaster ng Pilipinas, Mr. Noel C. Galvez. Like that line, sir, that if we gotta unite, peace is attainable. Thank you so much for that message. Moving on to our second to the last speaker for this forum. She is a woman